Hello everybody, this is Zelda Maniac 1994, and welcome back to the Bad Racing Game series. This episode is Megaman Battle and Chase. It was, before it came out, as a bonus game for the Mega Man X collection. It was region locked. It was only in Japan. Finally brought over in, 2003? Whenever this game disc came out. I don't have the box with me, so I can't tell you the date right now. Anyways, in the early 2000s when the GameCube came out. And this game it's something else. It's not horrible, but it's bad in the fact it's kind of boring. But let me just show you. Let's do Grand Prix mode. New game. Alright. Let's play as Mega Man. What we got choice of Mega Man with the Rush Roadstar, Pole with the Poppin' Beat, Shadow Man with a Shinobi Master, Guts Man with the Wild Arms, Proto Man with a Red Striker, Ice Man with a Cool Mobile, Napalm Man with a Patriot Bomber, Spring Man with a Surprise Boxer, Bass with a Terrible Dark Star, and Quick Man with the Sonic Formula. But we're gonna play as Mega Man for this one. We get info. Balance Machine, Mega Buster, and Charge Shot are available. So the thing about this game is, let's see, it came out in 1997. I'm trying to remember when Super Mario Kart came out. This was one of the first, if not the first, kind of racing game to go to the style of no longer top-down, but kind of facing forward, and also allow you to use weapons, but freely. Like, those two things combined was what kind of made it one of the firsts. But it kind of didn't nail good controlling. But it doesn't look bad, though. The game features 3D models. And it doesn't look too awful. I mean, it definitely looks unpolished compared to today's games, but, you know, it's gonna happen. Alright, let's just... Wait, can we change our parts? Wait. We can go to the street, the mountain, the crystal, sunset, toy factory, South Pole, ridge, arms factory. There's quite a few choices. How do I, hold on. Let's go to the street. Can I change my parts? Is that possible? Not that I can tell. Maybe you'll allow me to change it once we start up here. Alright, so the course layout's pretty simple. Alright. This game definitely came out, before... No, not before. Yeah, it definitely came out, after, Super Mario Kart. So yeah, this game's kind of weird. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so A makes you go, B makes you go stop. R buttons are shot. But you can shoot things. That's why it's battle and chase. If you'll notice in the top left, there's a yellow meter that turns blue. That's like your power shot. The full charge when it's blue there, it'll be a more powerful shot. And of course, to your top right, you have the lap, 2 out of 5, and you have an item there. Very reminiscent of Mario Kart. I'm trying to remember what button activates that, though. X button. And I think this is a shield of sorts. I don't have much experience in this game. You know, this isn't actually as bad as I thought it was. I will say, though, it is kind of a boring game, though. I think it was kind of ambitious for a Mega Man game, or rather, for the Mega Man franchise. It was really ambitious. Didn't pay off, though. This is the, as far as I know, at least going as far as the United States, this is the only racing game that Mega Man has to himself. So, yeah, sales probably didn't go so well for this game. I don't know, and it's just, again, it's just kind of boring. The stage isn't terrible, but it's just kind of dull. And considering that there are 5 laps to this course, it makes it kind of... a bit too repetitious, and like repetitious in the fact that in the style of, you know, a Mario Kart-esque game with like one or two different mechanics, it's just a bit too boring. That being said, it looks like there's a bit more going on, like in the background, than, you know, Super Mario Kart, and even Mario Kart 64 at some points. But I'd say the biggest thing that makes this game a not good racing game is the fact that, you know, it doesn't control bad, but it doesn't control really well either. And while I'm not really a big stickler for frame rates, to be honest. As long as it stays locked, you know, at whatever, I'm fine. But comparing it to, say, Mario Kart 64, as far as my memory is concerned, which that could be faulty, I'll probably play Mario Kart 64 after I play this. But it seems the frame rate is lower than 64's. But I'm pretty mistaken. Hey, I got first place. Already doing better than my Sonic R playthrough. Alright, so is that it? You can obtain a part from roll. Choose a part. Let's get a tire. It is non-drift tire. Wing? Feather wing. Yeah, sure. It's not fair. I can't lose to you. What? I'm so confused. This is kind of interesting, though. I actually like... Oh, no, I can't say actually like, because that means it won't be part of the Bad Racing Game series. I actually kind of like how you can, like, steal parts and add it to your own. Much like how Mega Man, you know, obtains the powers from the Robot Masters when he defeats them. So it's kind of cool to see that had carried over. Perhaps the problem with this game is the fact that it tries to combine a little too many things just to be a racing game. But I don't know. Let's go to the... let's go to Crystal. And we'll see if the blandness continues on over in this stage. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Well, I said I don't have much experience in the game itself, but I did play a game or two with Marissa Blackwing, and it's kind of funny because we were talking about it over the phone a little bit, and I was like, I have to record this game for the Bad Racing Game series, and I was like, you know, it's so boring, and she's... we were just talking about it, and I was like, I don't know why you'd be complaining about it. You didn't even play the game with me when I offered for us to play. And she's like, I did. You just don't remember because it was so boring. I was like, oh yeah. The biggest gripe is this game is just boring. It probably has a bit more single-player potential than any Mario Kart game does. Maybe aside from Mario Kart DS, which has different mission modes. But, you know, if your friends and stuff don't find interest even playing versus in this game, you know, that's a bit of a problem because she really loves Mario Kart. And this game is in a style similar to Mario Kart, but it isn't. Perhaps that's the problem with it. It's trying to be too much like Mario Kart while still adding the Mega Man flair. But it probably doesn't work. Because again, it's just a bit too much on the bland side of things. And it's funny because I remember the controlling being really, like, not good for this game. But perhaps I was playing as... It's possible that I was seeing that because I was playing as someone else. I might have been playing as, like, Base or something. But... I don't know, I just don't remember this game being very good. You know, playing through it, it's not terrible. It's probably one of the, least bad games that I'll be playing. Because as of yet, I've only played Sonic R, and then this game. And the next one will be... I don't even know. I have plenty of terrible games for the Wii. So we'll just see about that. I'm in first place. I don't know. And it doesn't seem like there's any music either. Or if there is, it's very low. I had the volume on low myself, but I don't know. It just doesn't... I don't know. I just noticed on the bottom there's a different camera view. And then there's a map. That's also kind of weird that it's divided like this. Like, it doesn't really make screen crunch for the top screen, but it's... I don't know. It's kind of distracting. Even though I just said I just now noticed it. But, like, when you notice it, it's like, oh, hey, look, there's two screens to look at. But I guess with the whole thing of, like, the Nintendo DS, like, oh, two screens, it's so distracting, but it isn't. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, the stage doesn't look very impressive though. There's a crystal cave, it's just kind of bland. I don't know. Overall, just kind of a boring game. Might be more fun, you know, if I just, I don't know, if I was really bored, I was like, ah, I want to play some, but not too excruciatingly difficult or anything. I'd probably just play this, to be honest. I mean, despite being kind of boring, it'd be just enough to, like, just, like, come home after a really tiring day and just kind of sit down and let your brain think. That's the thing, it's like, it's not really very active, even though it has battle elements to it. It's just kind of a basic racing game when you get right down to it. So it just allows you just to, I don't know, think. Perhaps a little too much. But, oh, I can get apart from Shadow Man. Well, I want the body, but I guess that won't happen. Let's get the engine. You are a worthy opponent. Alright, well, I think that's gonna cover it for this episode. Be looking forward to more bad racing games. I've got plenty more where this comes from. Anyways, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. This is Zelda Maniac 1994, signing out.